short stories for the slightly disturbed with Matt DeBoner.
Not all elevators stop at the ground floor. Some have an extra button that takes you straight to hell. One of those elevators is the subject of today's story. Come on in, folks.
You've heard of haunted hotels, but have you ever heard of haunted hotel elevators? The Spitfire Hotel in Sugar Vista, New York has one. About 53 years before the War on Terror, a young man named Fit-Fot Henry was in the elevator with a hot woman. He had to fart real bad, so he did. The smell was bad enough to melt a grizzly bear's teeth. The woman said, "Dear God, I am dying." Fit-Fot Henry was so embarrassed, he went up to the roof and jumped off. And now his ghost lives in that very elevator. He's not a bad ghost. In fact, whenever the doors open, you can hear him welcome people inside by saying, "Come on in, folks." But once you get inside, you have to be very careful or bad things can happen. One time a group of cheerleaders came to Sugar Vista for a game. They pushed a button, the doors opened, and they heard, "Come on in, folks." It made them so happy that they got in. But one of the girls had gas. She thought she could just get away with a quiet little fizzer. But Fit-Fot Henry heard it. He pulled the girls through the ceiling and dropped them down the shaft. Another time, a family was standing there when the doors opened. As usual, Fit-Fot Henry said, "Come on in, folks." And they did. The boy was in that phase where he thought it was funny to fart on people. So he farted on his sister. Big mistake. Fit-Fot Henry pulled them through the ceiling and dropped them down the elevator shaft. But another time, there was a man and a lady on the elevator, and they didn't know each other. The man said, "Lady, I really have to rip one, so I apologize in advance. But I have a disease, and if I don't do it, I'll get really sick." So he farted, and the lady pretended she didn't smell it. When the elevator got to her floor, they shook hands and she got off. And the man didn't die. Instead, Fit-Fot Henry said, "See, that's all you had to do. Farting is natural. Just don't be a jerk about it." And as the man stepped off the elevator onto his floor, Fit-Fot Henry said, "Goodbye, folks." The end.
So remember, politeness is the odor of the day, because sometimes he who dealt it dies. I'm Matt DeBoner, your guide in the realm of the slightly disturbed. Going down?
Cut.
This is not a joke, guys. This is a serious story.